Language and concept warning.
You are now tuned in to Umami Nights. Umami Nights. Umami Nights.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Umami Nights. I don't do an intro anymore. My name is Chong Ali. Here with me are my incredible co-hosts, Dano. Make some noise for Dano.
Let's go.
And the busy home cook in the house. Make some noise. If you guys are familiar with the old 4ZZZ show, you'll know that
Legendary.
Busy home cook was made an appearance every so often, and unfortunately she didn't play ball, so we put her on ice. But you'll be pleased to know that she's back in the saddle, looking impressed as ever.
Let's go.
I'm purposely not saying anything to that.
Oh, damn. What an intro.
Yeah, man, look, we did a show last week,
Mm.
and it just became another one of those shows that never was, you know?
yeah.
We did a great show. The busy home cook was on fire.
Literally on
We
fire.
found out that the busy home cook was a spy.
True, I forgot about that, yeah.
And then, coincidentally, her mic was
Oh.
muted the whole time. So, I mean, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but,
You have to wait and see what happens
Says the guy
tonight.
who had one job to set up the audio.
oh my God.
I get that message from
Yeah.
you like the next day, bro. It's like... It's funny, like, because I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if
Isn't
like,
it the
it didn't
first
record?
time? Yeah, and is this not like, this isn't the first time it's happened to you though, David, right?
No,
No.
we've had
Damn.
episodes that were not.
David's a
Ever
really
to
good
be.
friend then. David's a good friend then.
We're just building up a catalog of like the lost tapes, you know, because this
Yeah.
stuff is going to be thought after, you know.
Dude,
when
we'll
things
release a
pop off.
Patreon.
When,
Yeah, that's
when
it, right?
technology gets better,
Ah.
you can retrieve the files.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, look, I've given up on trying to make this show a show. So I'm just gonna bring people in and talk to them.
Yeah, nice.
No intros, no nothing, man. I don't care anymore. I literally don't care anymore.
Mm.
People have been hitting me up for interviews. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm like, man, like when you want to do it.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
No
I'm just like,
screening process anymore.
nah, man. Look,
No?
I reckon the way we'll do it is like if they want to do it, just like we'll Skype them in, Zoom them in, whatever.
True. Yeah, because we used to have like a correspondent. Remember back in the early
Yeah,
days?
yeah.
A music correspondent.
Yeah, man, and like, you know, like it's too hard to organize people. You guys are like kind of always around, so it's easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be around a lot. So
Mr. Q
get
Film
used to that,
Collective.
both of you.
Yeah, so shout out to
It's
Mr.
like,
Q Film Collective. Big news on the Q Film Collective front. He's back
Yo.
on the scene,
Back in the
no
scene.
longer in the corporate shackles.
Mm.
Out there pushing his Q Film Collective brand again. How's it been going, bro?
It's been going good, man. Like just getting back into it. Like I didn't really want to jump into it out of nowhere. It might seem a bit like that, obviously, for some people that know me. But yeah, it's good to get back into the freelancing game and just not even the freelancing game, but just doing like living my life the way I want to live it, and
Yeah.
just leveling up and trying to deliver the best content that I can deliver and trying to leave a bit of a legacy. So yeah, it's been a good change to get back into doing the things I love.
Because you got a bunch of music video stuff that's backed
Yep.
up, eh?
Yes, yeah. There's quite a few music videos, which is like that's my like ultimate passion, obviously.
yeah.
So to get back into that field and start pumping out new music videos with like awesome artists from
Chong
Brisbane.
Ali.
Yeah, what's that?
But what was the
Beast
catalyst
mode.
for you leaving the job, the stable job?
I guess like it was a real mixture of things, and like I learned so much working in that field, like in the corporate field for the last 2 years. So it definitely wasn't a waste of time for me. I just felt that it was a good time for me to leave. Just as far as like my personal growth, I felt like this was a good time for me to leave. I'm not growing in the direction that I want to grow in anymore. And I think it's important to sort of analyze that and take hold of those scenarios when you see them. Because like, 5 years could pass and I might have been in the same, I could be in the same place. Because it was, for all intents and purposes, it was a pretty like cool job and I got to do some cool stuff. And the money for the most part was pretty dope. But and the security and parents are like, oh, my son's doing stuff. So there's a lot of ticks there, It's
Did
like,
they
so-
sometimes ask what you do still? Like, did it take them a while to understand your job?
They
Or, like, what
still
you
like
wanted
think
to
it's
do?
just photography. Like they're like, how's the photo stuff going? I'm like, yeah, I'm a videographer. Big difference, but So
Is that what you went to uni for though as well?
I
Videog-
studied film at uni for about a year and a half, and then I dropped out.
Yeah.
Because
You know, you would
school
know this.
sucks. No.
You would know this if you listened to the episode that he was on as a guest, where I interviewed him.
That was a long time ago, bro.
A lot of
I
your
mean, it's
things,
out there.
Long time ago.
It's out there.
a
I'm
lot
just
of your
saying.
topics aren't interesting to maybe my demographic.
What's your demographic? You're Asian.
Mid-
This is an Asian show. You are our demographic.
I'm
We talk about Asian shit.
Yeah, all the time.
Dave is Asian. I talk to him.
Well, half Asian.
Half Asian. Yeah, but still Asian.
Asian enough.
Yeah, the
It's
right
a
half.
60,
he's
40.
the mainstream
60,
Asian.
40 scenario.
40, yeah.
Pretty sure. I'm still waiting for those DNA tests to come back.
23 and me.
We'll have to.
Shout out to 23 and me. Like we could use some sponsors on
What's
the show.
up? Yeah, give it up. Give it up.
But yeah, man, it's good to see you back doing what you you know what your passion is, and I mean you've already got lots of work lined up, which is
Yeah.
I mean you had mad work lined up before you even left, so
Yeah,
that was a pretty, I mean, from where I'm standing, it was a pretty good transition.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, bro.
But yeah, man, look, what about you, Busy Home Cook? What's been
Busy
happening
Home
with you
Cook.
on the spy front?
I live a really boring, straightforward life.
Allegedly.
I'm a bit
That's
tired.
the
of
That's
it.
what you
answer
said
that- yeah, I
last
know,
time,
like-
and
I'm
then
a bit tired
yeah, tired from
From all this.
oh
from
yeah.
all
working.
the missions.
You know what? You know another coincidence
What's
is
this?
that you know the U.S. presidential election just wrapped up,
Yeah.
and the Busy Home Cook is tired. Like, is that a coincidence? I don't know, man.
I think everyone's tired from it,
No,
especially Nevada.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nevada's very tired.
Well, someone had to fly out there and make sure they counted all those votes. Hey, hey,
I,
Busy Home
loved, I
Cook.
loved all those memes on Instagram.
They were the best,
They were
hey.
the best. I was lying there at 11 o'clock at night just chuckling, laughing so hard.
Well, you
Yeah.
just like you mean just in general, like just like the Trump, like all this,
No,
like the
they
US
were
election
making
memes.
fun of Nevada because Nevada was taking too long to count the
Okay,
votes.
right,
Like they were
right,
the
right.
only one they were waiting for.
True.
So people were playing is it Brian McKnight song? You know, one. It's like
Oh,
a
yeah,
green-
yeah, yeah.
Come
Yeah, so
true.
they're holding ballots and like counting
Yeah,
them
yeah,
slowly
yeah.
like that.
Damn.
That was the
okay.
best. The internet's the best.
Yeah, the internet remains undefeated.
Undefeated. Hey,
So
well,
good.
so for the most part, Trump's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
well,
is he?
Yeah.
I hope he's
oh,
not.
you got some inside information for us.
Is he?
he's not allowed to.
But apparently,
She's
a
not allowed
whole
to
bunch
say.
of people are lining up to sue him now that he's not president. He doesn't have as much protection legally.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so a whole bunch of people are like
How do
waiting
you
to sue him.
wait? So like, if you're the president, you're immune to being sued. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I think there's certain things that can't happen. Like he was getting accused of a lot of like sexual harassment and stuff.
Yeah. Well.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
Damn,
like
Donny.
shoddy things, but I don't know. And then it kind of just got covered up or something. Like you stop hearing about it. So
Maybe his team took care of it.
Mm,
know what I
sus.
paid a few
knows?
people
Rabbit
off.
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, I don't know. I love Donald Trump
Mm.
as like a meme.
Yeah.
Like he's like a troll. You know what I mean? Like he's the highest ranking troll
For
the
sure.
world has ever
Yeah,
seen.
Yeah.
And I'll be sad to see him not in the public eye anymore. Like I
He's-
don't want to see him as a president, but I want to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
him
I'm sure
just do
his
shit.
I'm sure his Twitter will still be going off like
hope so.
regularly.
Yeah.
But I want to see like him doing shit like with like real dire consequences.
That's true, eh?
You know what I
Because
mean?
like
Like a-
before, it's just like stuff with his like company or his, like,
Yeah.
you know, his millions and stuff. No one really give a damn.
That's
but,
right.
Yeah.
I want to see him really diced with death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like high stakes.
What do you mean?
I just want to see him in a position of where like his decisions will impact a lot of people.
Is that not
Well,
what
I've been
being
doing that for
president
the
was?
last.
I know,
That's
that's what
what
I'm
I did
saying.
for you.
Yeah, for
That's what
sure,
I'm
for
saying. But
sure.
I don't want
Yeah.
him as a president of the United States. That's too big.
True. Yeah.
And it can't be like fatal. It's got to be like, you know, kind of harmless.
I guess he can go back to doing what's that show that he used to
The
do?
Apprentice.
The
Yeah,
Apprentice.
man. Look, I'd watch the shit out of it now.
That's the thing. I bet you, without a doubt, like I
He's a
bet
good
you, he's gonna
businessman.
relaunch it. Is he a good
Is he though?
businessman?
He's a good
Well,
businessman, yeah.
okay, if I wouldn't say he's a good businessman because I don't know enough about it, but
Well,
he's damn
he's-
sure he's a good marketer.
But he's very successful entrepreneur before he became president, so he does good business.
Yeah.
Could strike a hard bargain though.
I guess for like a
And he's in real estate.
businessman,
Yeah.
or for like a businessman, like he's probably like the only like I guess really successful and rich businessman that I know within the media, even before like the whole presidency thing. Like, you know, so like that's saying something, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like I don't know enough about his business dealings to like. I've always known him as like the Trump Tower guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at one stage he lost everything because of some investments or something like earlier on,
Yeah.
and then he just rebuilt his wealth.
Entrepreneurs do that though. Like they always go down and up.
Mm.
They go down more than they go up, and then once they go up,
Goes
like
with the
they-
territory, I guess. Yeah.
But look, man, I you know, he's still in office, right? He's still.
Oh yeah.
Apparently he's not leaving. He
he's
doesn't wanna-
barricaded.
He hasn't admitted that he lost yet. Like he hasn't.
He'll never admit
accept
it.
it yet.
He won't admit it. Like
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
you'll actually ever hear him actually say. Like I know,
God,
I'm
it's so
sure he's
funny.
gone. Like he's gone for sure. Like he's done. But I bet you'll never actually hear him like physically speak those
Yeah.
words that he
Admit it.
lost. You
And
know?
there was
Yeah.
like videos of like women like running and climbing over the fence and saying Melania's left, Melania's
Oh.
left.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's crazy.
So
Man,
good.
I just
love
want to keep
Instagram.
seeing him in the headlines. To be honest, like he's so entertaining. He's the first time I've ever really cared about American politics.
Well, the thing is, like with George Bush, like he was pretty I thought he was pretty stupid, and like I thought we got a lot of good value out of him when he
Yeah.
was in power for in the U.S.
Yep.
But Trump just
But
came
this was a
and
different
just.
ball game, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, see, like George Bush never was really much of a, I guess, even back then too, like with media and stuff, he wasn't.
yeah.
He wasn't really like in that what you call it, like social networking space.
Yeah.
Whereas Trump is. So like
I feel like Trump is culturally relevant.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he's
he knows how
he's
to-
a phenomenon.
He knows
like,
how to
you
win the news cycle,
know.
so he's always relevant. Whereas
how to
George Bush
push
just
buttons.
was a bit of a klutz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how to
He's a
push
troll.
Buttons. Yeah, he's a
He's a
troll.
troll. He's Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But look, yeah, enough of that U.S. politics talk because I can see the busy home cook is getting nervous. She's giving
No,
away too
I'm
much
thinking it
information.
was interesting to see what the American take would be on it, like Asian Americans, like if they would think the same as.
Oh, let me
you
just
know what I mean?
ask the Asian Americans then.
Yo, Asian Americans. Well, I don't know. Like I mean, like
Some people might really like him though. Because,
Oh,
you
well,
know what I mean? Like
Dad was saying to
the
me
con-
last
the con-
night.
the conservatives,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dad was saying to me
Yeah.
last night that the Viets like him.
like support him. Yeah.
The Viets
mm,
support him because he
Yeah.
opposes the Chinese.
right.
And like the Viets, well, the Viets that don't live in Vietnam support him.
Probably not a good reason to like back someone, but fair. I get it.
Yeah,
you know, like,
it's the
fair
old
enough.
the enemy of my enemy.
Of course, yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
So it's like, but then I was saying to Dad, I was like, look, man, like old Viets
Mm.
that were affected by that war support him, but the young Viets
Mm.
that are affected by racism in
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
don't support him. That's what
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
you
We'll
listen
get
to like I've been listening to like Dumb's podcast and
Yep.
stuff, and like he always like talks to his viewers and stuff, and for the most part, from what I can see, just from that small gathering of information and that demographic, like most of the Asian Americans, the younger ones, obviously seem to obviously write him off, and yeah.
Shout out to Kamala Harris.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that was
She-
pretty cool.
How long?
The dance moves were good compared to
Oh, really?
Donald Trump.
Oh, did you see
Donald
that meme?
Trump's dance is so bad.
Did you see that meme? Did you see the
ghost
meme?
one? the ghost one?
It's so bad.
It's so bad. Thomas sent it
I
to
don't
me,
know
and
how
I'm
it
like,
can be that
I
bad.
can't
So
unsee
good.
that. Like,
It's
So good.
bad.
Did you see that meme? That
Which
where
one?
Donald Trump dancing looks like he's jacking off Ghost?
Oh, it's I haven't seen that. No,
It's so good. You've got to see it. Everybody out there, and
I haven't seen it.
all the listeners out there, all three of us.
yeah, go check it out.
You should go check that out, man. It's so good. But yeah, look,
I'm surprised she is the first woman ever
To be the vice president. That's
in that role, vice
Okay.
or thinger
Yeah.
ever.
okay.
And I was like, oh,
times are changing, man. Like,
Yeah.
well, I thought it would have already happened, but not.
yeah. Well,
So good job,
Yeah.
good
Yeah, it's
job.
progress.
Respect.
it's
yeah.
real progress.
job
Like,
to
it feels
Biden.
like it's progress. You know what I mean?
Well, like they said, like the work is the work's cut out for them. It
Oh,
begins
100%.
now.
Oh yeah, they've been left with the worst
It's so
situation.
bad. Like, jeez.
Oh,
I've heard Kamala Harris talk on a podcast before this whole presidential election thing happened.
Oh,
Before when they were still figuring out who the vice president elect or whatever. What's her role?
Yeah,
like,
is
running?
it
vice-
a vice president
He's
elect
vice
or something?
president. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
So like
was- yeah.
before she
Before it
was
was-
before
yeah.
Biden even chose her to run with him,
Oh, okay.
she was actually opposing him in the Democratic Party because of all the shit that he did.
Opposing.
Yeah, so she was
Biden.
calling him out on
Oh,
all
really?
this shit. Yeah.
True.
And then so at that time that she did an interview with another podcast. I can't remember what the podcast was, but it was
But
an
was it a
Asian
long
one.
time ago?
No, it was about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
And just listening to her speak, she's like, oh, she sounds like Barack Obama. Like
Okay.
she sounds so well spoken
Yeah.
and like just logical,
Mm.
and you know, like she speaks slowly and eloquently.
Yeah.
But I think it's because we're just so used to listening to like Donald Trump speak
Yeah.
that when anybody speaks presidentially,
Yeah. Yeah.
it sounds like, oh my God,
Yeah.
she's the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even Biden is like, I talk like Biden. Like I stutter and I have lapses, like I go on rants and tangents.
Yeah. Sleepy Joe.
And that's
yeah, what's
Biden.
that?
Like that's what he does. Like it's hard for him to string
Mm.
like a consistent thought together.
How old was he? 77?
He's-
I think he's 77 and Trump was 74.
True.
Those are your
Only
choices.
options?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
That's really old.
but how long, right? How long before?
4 years is a long time if you're in your 70s,
Dude,
man.
dude.
Like late 70s.
Mm.
What if
4
like,
years to like survive as president.
what if Biden just like 6 months in, he goes, you know what, man, this is too much.
I need to retire.
And like Kamala's like, yo, do you want to do this? And she's like, yo, I'm
Hey,
cut
man.
out for this. I was built for this.
What's up?
Is that what happens? Like, can a president retire halfway through?
I don't know. Have no
And
No
the
idea.
idea.
vice just
I have
steps
no
up?
idea.
This is the first time I've ever
Oh.
paid
No
attention
idea.
to American
Politics,
politics.
I know. Politics used to be so boring.
I know. But Trump changed the game.
He did. Yeah. He
Like-
did. Yeah.
Oh, Obama, Obama was a big deal.
Yeah, but he was
Like,
like the
he
big
was
deal for the right
awesome.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Trump was like the big deal for entertainment purposes,
Yeah.
which is
Mm.
like right down my alley.
We still have Kevin 07.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Love
Ruddy.
Kevin.
How good is Kevin Rudd?
Love Kevin Rudd.
Ruddy.
Need more of him.
Bring back the
Dude.
Rudd.
So that petition that he got over 500,000 Australians to sign
500,000.
against the Murdoch media for the what's it called, the royal bloody
So,
thingy.
Royal Commission into
yeah.
them?
Yeah.
Mm.
They went to. It got presented in Parliament today or something.
Oh,
Oh, word.
really?
It got tabled. I guess is what they called.
But
got
did
tabled in
anything
Parliament.
happen?
Don't know. I think it just.
It's
I
just
think
been
that's
presented.
the wheels
Right,
are in
okay,
motion
Being
now.
okay.
presented.
And
Half
then
a
I
mil's a
s-
lot, man.
Yeah,
So
and then I
much.
saw him on an American TV show
Oh.
talking about Rupert Murdoch and the media.
Good on him, bro.
Kevin Rudd.
Man, I feel like he's more effective now
Mm.
and more relevant now because, like, again, he's like starting to do the troll videos. And
Yeah,
all that.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
great.
Because he's not controlled by anyone now.
Yeah, he's just unhinged.
He can just do whatever he wants.
Mm.
I love it. I
I
love
But
love
he
it.
was
it.
so much.
always like, I guess, like he was sort of one of those, I guess, politicians that didn't shy away from, I guess, using
Yeah.
media to his like advantage
Yeah.
and stuff. Because like when he was in, he went on the like he'd actually go on shows and stuff like talk
Yes,
shows.
he
and
was
stuff.
the first, I think.
Yeah, he might have been.
And
yeah.
Obama was the first as well. Like
Okay.
he went on Ellen and that sort of thing, like
Mm.
actual
Yeah.
talk shows.
Yeah.
And they usually only do like news or
Yeah. Because who was it? Was it
60
Rove?
minutes and
When
that sort of
Rove
thing.
was
Yes, he
still
went on
doing
Rove.
stuff
Yeah.
back-
He went
back
on
in the
Rove,
day,
and I
yeah.
was I remember seeing that and
Yeah.
was shocked that he went on Rove.
Yeah.
That these
Wow.
people would let him on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he
his
actually
advisors.
did close that generational gap between
Yeah.
I think
like
so.
Yeah.
people who don't really care about politics
Mm.
and made it kind of
Mm.
brought it to our attention, I
True.
guess. Because that's where I started paying attention. I was like, oh, this guy doesn't really play by the traditional rules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that's
really
why
liked
Rupert
him.
Murdoch and stuff didn't really like him.
And he
Well,
was
they kept-
logical too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything
Like,
makes
everything
sense.
made sense.
For sure. He was
When they
going
do
around
things that don't
speaking
make
Mandarin
sense.
and stuff.
I
That's
know,
crazy.
dude.
Was it
That's
Mandarin
so
or
cool.
Cantonese?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mandarin.
Mandarin. Yeah.
Did you know he met Jackie Chan in the Gold Rush days or something?
For real?
Gold
when-
Rush,
Not Gold Rush, but when mining was a thing.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan came over to Australia and he was mining. He was one of
Are
the.
you sure?
Nah, I'm pretty sure. So no,
He didn't. You don't.
I gotta look that. No, I'm sure
Can you
of
please
it.
fact check this?
No, I'm
because we have 3
swear.
listeners.
So he
that are gonna have
met
this
Jackie
information
Chan came
wrong.
over as a young boy and he was mining gold, like, and Kevin Rudd met him.
See, I believe if Kevin Rudd, I believe
I gotta look this up.
I believe if Kevin Rudd met him like on the set of like Rush Hour, but I don't know if I believe if he met him like during the Gold Rush. Like
This is a busy
I'm gonna
home
look
cook.
this- I'm
She
gonna
saw
look this
3
up.
words, like gold,
Yeah, probably.
rush. So rush hour. She saw a rush hour. And then
Hey, Rush Hour was filmed in
and she
America,
associated
okay?
that
Yeah,
with
well.
like the Golden Harvest films.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and then she put 2 and 2 together. And she's like, oh yeah, Jackie Chan when he was a boy came to Australia.
Check that.
to
I
mine
swear someone
gold.
said it. Hold on.
And then Kevin Rudd met him.
That's wow. Okay. Yeah.
This is just misinformation.
I'm gonna
like,
look
this
this
is how
up
you know
on
she's a
our
spy.
food break. I'm gonna look this up on
She's a
our food break.
It's misdirection. Just trying
It's
to
it is.
yeah,
It's
just,
100%.
you know.
All right, let's go get this food break, man, because this is getting ridiculous.
Oh,
Damn.
Jackie Chan's dad lived 4 decades in Canberra.
Canberra, man.
Okay, so where's the gold rush?
I'm looking. I can't read that fast.
And where's Kevin Rudd?
Trying to skip.
Kevin Rudd's from Brisbane, by the
I
way.
love this. I really want to figure out how this came together.
I'm really surprised his parents that his dad lives in Australia. That's
Did
right.
it-
Keep going. I'll look.
Alright.
Just ignore what I just said.
No, we're gonna go to a quick break.
Oh, it's break time.
Yeah. We've already logged 20 minutes, guys, believe it or not,
Wow.
and we've just gotten through the intro.
Great.
But yeah, I want to go get some pie. What do we got? What did Busy Home Cook make? Yatla pie.
My brother got me yatla pie.
Nice.
Not me. I
What
just
kind of- what
baked.
kind of
I just
yatla
put it in
pie?
the oven. Chicken and veg.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
All right, we'll come back, and then we will discuss some more nom noms.
Yeah, nom noms. Yeah.
And then
Yummy
we'll
stuff.
figure out if Kevin Rudd actually shook hands with Jackie Chan when they were here gold mining.
All right.
Save it for the break. Okay. All right, let's shout out our sponsors. Big shout out to Le Marc Express.
What's up?
Big shout out to Oiza Oi.
Yo.
Big shout out to Q Film Collective. Big
That's
shout out to East Mode.
Mm.
Got a new Origins music video coming out next week.
They do.
And big shout out to the Busy Home Cook and Succulent Queen on Instagram. Brat, brat. Welcome
So
back
good.
to Umami Nights. We don't have an intro for the show anymore. I used to do this really cool intro thing about, what we did on the show, but this show it's whatever now, man. I just don't care.
Yeah.
It's Asian shit. Okay?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay, how about that? It's Asian shit and we eat. We eat while we
eatin'.
do this, and we drink beer while we do this. So there you have it.
Name another show that does the same thing.
That's right.
All right. So I checked some stuff.
Here we go. All right.
Busy
All
Home
right,
Cook's
okay.
been chomping
All
at the
right.
bit, man.
I was only one thing was a little bit off, but most of
Mm.
it was accurate. They did know each other. So from today, so it would be 42
They only
years
knew-
ago.
Okay.
42 years ago, they met in Canberra because Jackie Chan's dad lived here, and Jackie Chan used to lug bricks around. That was the job. I think his dad was a bricklayer or something, or construction. And Kevin Rudd did that as well, and so they met then. 42
Okay.
years ago. So it wasn't gold. My bad. And I was thinking,
That's
man,
all right.
gold
I
rush
can see
happened
the
ages
connection.
ago.
Gold rush bricks.
Yeah.
You know, gold bricks.
Yeah, so
okay,
yeah. So yeah, and then because they brought Jackie Chan on as the Australian ambassador when Kevin Rudd was in when he was Prime Minister.
What?
Jackie Chan he made Jackie Chan the Australian ambassador, like ambassador
That's
for
just
tourism.
another reason to love.
I love
That's
Jackie
why
Chan.
I listened, because I love
love
Jackie Chan. And then I found out some dodgy stuff about him, but
Yeah,
still really like
I
him
can
though.
I can forgive that because he's old. He's old,
Old school as well.
and he's stuck in that old thinking.
Or is the dodgy stuff like the stuff about his daughter? Or whatever,
Oh, he
or
cheats on his
long-lost
wife.
daughter or
yeah,
some
cheated
shit?
on his wife. He's the entire time,
Papa was a Rolling
True.
Stone, yo. You know what I mean, man? He's on tour. He's like,
and he
Off
kept her in
shooting videos.
Singapore. He kept his wife and son in Singapore and never
Yeah.
mentioned them. And then his affair broke,
Mm.
where he had a daughter out of wedlock, and that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
bad.
I heard about that.
That's really bad for that culture.
is
and then his
daughter,
wife forgave him, came out in public, and that's when he valued his wife. I'm like, 30 years later.
Yeah, like I mean, obviously, like I can't condone that kind of stuff, but like,
Yeah.
that's, I mean, whatever.
That's
If
really
they
unfortunate.
sort it out, they sort it out.
Papa
Yeah.
was a Rolling Stone, like I said.
What do you guys think about the pie?
I think the pie is pretty good.
Pretty damn good. Shout out to Yatla.
What's
I
up,
think-
Yatla?
I think the pie's good, but I think the chicken, yeah, it is. It's processed chicken.
Yeah, it's a bit bouncy, hey.
Yeah. It is. And it's cut to like straight. It's like processed.
Yeah, no, but you should chew into the mic more so that we can hear what you're eating.
People like that shit.
It's
I'm
like-
bringing you in more viewers.
This is part ASMR
Is that,
video.
yeah, is that untapped demographic ready to go?
That's it.
Man, whatever. Hey, like we can do whatever on the show. I don't care anymore.
Mm.
I'm just happy to be doing this again, like
The
with
chicken-
COVID stuff. You know
Yeah.
all that. All
Well,
the
look,
COVID
it's
stuff and.
this is a good lead up from the entree that I had earlier.
Oh yeah, but okay.
so
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get into that.
let's go.
So in the show that never was, last Wednesday, I think
Yeah.
it was
Show 0.
show 0. Yeah, that's
Show
right.
1.
Episode 0.
Yeah,
We were talking about one of my infamous dishes that I created, which was a sausage stir fry. Okay, now I could give it another name and try to spruce it up, but it is what it is. It's a
That's what it
sausage
is.
stir fry.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bloody genius dish. You know, it's a fusion of Australian food and Chinese food.
What's up?
You know what I mean? And then that's what I do. I bring worlds together. Do
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's just what it is.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
creator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I am a portal for these amazing inventions.
You're a connoisseur.
I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, maybe that's too far forward thinking for some people. You know what I mean? I break too many rules. Maybe. But for some people, they just poo-poo it like it's, you know, like the worst thing in the world. And,
Tim's
you know,
not
like,
even,
and
like, listening to
I'm
you,
not
yeah.
even about to justify myself. I let my results speak for itself, right? So, you know, after all the negative feedback that I got from the busy home cook, you know, look,
He's still not done talking.
but look, the proof is in the pudding, per se. You know, I had my esteemed judge come over
Yes.
to
Esteem being the key word, obviously.
to try out the dish,
Yep.
and I got some positive feedback. Not that I needed it, not that it validated me because I knew already, but
I
it
think
just
you're
goes to show.
mixing the word positive with polite feedback.
No. You know what it is? I give you guys a bit of context. So, seeing as I've left my day job, the last couple of like days I've been eating nothing. So, you know, everything tastes really
Wow.
good. Nah, bro, what's up?
Wow,
No, so
there we go.
in the episode that never was, I brought up we were talking
Episode
about
0.
we were talking about food. Were we talking about some food? Oh no, then I had to bring up how Chong makes
Yeah, you just took shots at me for
he
no
makes
reason.
oh, there's reason. What is the reason? The Cardi B. What is the reason? Do you watch
I haven't
Cardi
seen
B
that.
one?
No,
Yeah,
I haven't seen. It sounds.
so good.
It sounds familiar. Like I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
What is
and
the
I think
reason?
like
I
that's
had a
something that I would have
reason.
seen her say, but like
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually seen it. So no.
Yeah, so he used to make this sausage stir fry, and it's absolutely disgusting. And
That's a
and
strong
he uses
take, you know.
it's
like,
so bad. And he uses Woolworths sausages, you know, the cheapest ones, not even the decent. Today he used the decent ones, but the decent ones are still crap because they're from Woolworths.
true, right?
Shout out to Woolworths, a new
What's up?
sponsor.
And you know, like
thought the sausages
when
were
it's
good.
supposed to be sausages,
Right.
and you know
To a
when
good
the
fun.
packaging just says barbecue sausages when it doesn't even state what meat it is,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know that's bad. And the meat is so
Is that
white.
bad?
Yeah,
2
and
for $8, mate.
the sausage is really pale. I'm like, well, normal meat isn't that color.
2 for $8.
That's another thing. And he cuts it up. He doesn't brown them first and then slice them up. He cuts them raw, so when you stir fry it, they stick together like clump.
Yeah, but that's kind of like that
But it cooks
keeps everything
consistently.
together, you know. Like
That's right,
especially
yeah.
if you got a couple of carrots
really
and
good.
onions
Holds the
laying
flavor
around,
in.
like you know, it's sort of
Yeah.
like
It holds all the flavor
And then
in.
today, you know what? Today I
She's
think
not
it
even
wouldn't have.
acknowledging
It
it.
wouldn't even tasted that bad today because he got grass-fed sausages, which is just a cover-up. I reckon it's just
Thank you.
anus and lips or something in there.
Wow.
wow.
Wow, I didn't
Cow
know what that
anus.
tastes like.
Well,
And
What
you
does
know
cow
now
anus- what does cow anus
what
taste
you
like?
ate today.
How can you tell?
And
more
he
about
used-
trying new stuff.
He used Canton sauce. Like, is it Canton?
Shout out to our new show
Canton
sponsor,
or
Can't
what's
go
the other
wrong
one
with
that you-
Canton.
Canton.
Canton, yeah. But it's just, it was so bad. Like, I tried my best to eat it. and
Yeah.
It was really
I appreciate
disappointing.
Yeah.
It was very, like, thickener. It was, like, thickener, and I had, like, it was black bean sauce, wasn't it?
Yeah, beef and black bean.
Yeah. It was
Look, I got one
terrible.
out of 2, which is not bad. You know what I mean? 1 for and 1 against. You know, look, I'll take a tie break.
Nah, David again. I'm telling you, he was just being polite.
No.
Hey,
Look,
look, he made his
look,
decision.
look. I wasn't. I try to pride myself as a politeful person, but like I'm gonna be honest. Like I actually was happy to eat that, and I'd eat it again,
There you go.
Especially
see?
when you haven't eaten for 5 days.
especially when I haven't eaten for 5
Hey,
days.
man, don't dress it
imagine,
up, all right?
Imagine if I haven't eaten in a month. So,
Man, he would've wolfed it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Did you what was I gonna say? Have you cooked that for anyone else before?
No, I don't think he has.
no,
He
No.
hasn't cooked that for
10 years.
10 years, over 10 years, I'd say.
It's been in the vault. I've been refining it. I've been like testing it and
Because what happened, I reckon it was just a gameplay on his half. Because when we used to live with my brothers, we all decided everyone cooked one day of the week.
Okay.
So my other 2 brothers, 2 of us, so that's
Yep.
4 days. And then I said I'll cook 2 days and then we eat out the other days. Anyway, so Min, like, that's when he started cooking, but he doesn't know how to cook. And then he claims he used to work at Choppers and that he always does this. Always! I used to work at
Stir-fry.
Choppers, I can stir-fry fried rice. But never in my life has he made fried rice in the time that I've known him.
True.
For the audio only listeners out there, the busy home cook is like mimicking a stir frying motion, which
Yeah.
is what
With
I
two
do.
hands.
Like
'Cause
properly.
I
just doing
got it down. I got that motion down.
Yeah, I mean that looks
Yeah.
legit.
Food falls
Never
out
seen
of
it.
the
Never
falls
seen
out of
it
the pan,
in real
but-
life.
Yeah, right.
Never seen it in real
I've
life.
always wanted to cook fried rice, but like it's I don't know, something about it like scares me. Like I feel like
Oh, really?
it's something that you can't like you shouldn't be able to stuff up. So if I did stuff it up, I don't know if
You'll
I'd
be
ever
really
forgive myself.
disappointed,
Yeah,
with yourself.
What's the
Yeah.
one thing that when people stuff it up, food wise,
Yeah.
it really annoys you because you know that they shouldn't? Like it's the
Asian
hardest thing.
food.
Really?
No,
No, I
when
mean,
you eat
Asian
Asian
food-
food at an Asian restaurant. When you eat Asian
Yeah,
food
okay,
at an
fair.
Asian restaurant and they stuff it up.
But is the Asian restaurant catering for Asians or Asian food catering for white people?
Yeah, if I
'Cause
if,
that's the
if,
difference.
if I have bad Asian food, I'm just like, oh, okay, they're catering for a different palate.
Yeah.
They're catering for a Western or a white palate,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it doesn't normally so much make me mad. It just makes me tired. I'm just like, oh, here we go.
Anyway.
There's another place, you know.
I didn't finish that story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I had not finished
Oh.
that
Yeah,
story.
no, lay it on
No,
us,
you
mate.
keep. I need to eat anyway, so keep talking.
No, so anyway,
Yeah.
he cooked one day. I was two. My brother's one each. His cooking was so bad. I just said, just stop. You can just stop, and I'll cook that day. So I end up cooking 3 days a week out of the
Wow.
group.
Wow.
Now,
I retired that
Do we-
that dish.
do you have a
And
re-
my
do you
brothers,
have a rebuttal?
and my brothers, they were like, you know that face, like what you did before. Okay, yeah.
See?
And I'm like, don't.
so what
encourage-
I'm
don't
getting
encourage
at,
him.
right, is it seems like everybody else likes it except one person.
There
know
used
what
to be
I'm
a
saying?
common denominator.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like I don't know how else to put it, but I know and I value myself as a cook.
Important.
Yeah, and
You're
I'm not gonna
you're
let one
definitely
person.
not a cook.
Oh.
I'm not gonna let one person
You see,
get me down about my cooking abilities.
But a cook would cook, right? Like, how often would you call someone, like, if someone could say, oh yeah, I cook, how often would they have to cook to say, oh yeah, I cook?
well, that's the thing. Like, it's different. Like, I think like you can't call yourself a cook if you're only just doing a bit of cook, like a couple of meals here and there. Like,
I'm a guest chef.
okay, right.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
way, same reason, like same line of thinking as like say, the busy home cook is like a guest host.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So I can
okay.
just say I'm a guest chef.
And who was carrying you last week in episode 0? Obviously there's no
you guys
proof,
will
and I
never
wonder
know.
why.
You guys will
We'll
know.
never know. And who's doing is it that the episode 0 never came out?
Sabotage.
Look, man, if you're a spy, be a spy, but just don't bring that work life into our leisure life, okay?
We're
They're
trying to
calling
do
me a
stuff
spy because I can't talk about my normal job.
Which is a spy.
here. Yeah, like it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, let's get to the show. Okay?
Oh yeah, that's right. We got
Let's get
a
to
show.
the format.
Okay.
We're like, I've
Oh, yeah.
figured out a new
You
format.
nom
Might not yet. So the show is called Umami Nights, right? And we don't interview people on a regular anymore. If we interview people, we interview people. If we don't, meh. We've got 2 amazing co-hosts that we can talk about things with. And the one way that I've figured out how to do this and make this work is let's just talk about things that made you go nom noms or yums or what was tasty. What did you like?
Mm.
So I'll throw it over to you, Dano, man. What was a nom nom for you, man?
So, so we touched upon this a little while, well, not a little while back, but in the lost episodes. But exciting news for me, and I'm pretty sure anyone that's a fan of the Marvel universe. Shang-Chi has wrapped up its principal filming. So, I think 2 weeks ago. So it's all in the editing room, ready to go now. So big milestone for Asians on cinema. I think as far as like a commercial Hollywood film, barring maybe Crazy Rich Asians, but we can get into that a little bit later. I think this is a pretty huge step for Asian cinema. So yeah.
Do you think it's like what Black Panther was to the African Americans? Do you think this movie would be that to the Asian Americans?
It's like, I mean, yes and no. Like, there's so many layers to what Black Panther means for African Americans, and I think Black people in general.
true.
That I would not like. That I
Yeah.
would not have any idea about
Yeah,
because
that's
different
true.
struggles, different perspectives.
Yeah.
I think the thing for what would be good for the Shang-Chi movie is just to bring Asians into the creative field because they're already there, you know, behind the scenes doing graphic design, doing video work. But I think just to get them into the media more so than they already have been would be really good. And I think Marvel is such a multi-million-dollar, you know, industry slash, you know, company, obviously partnered with Disney, that I just think it's hopefully a good look forward. Like at the end of the day, I just hope the movie's good, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think the symbolism of having an Asian superhero in the mainstream, I think in that way it kind of resembles Black Panther a little bit for what the Black Panther did for the African Americans. Also, this feels very Asian American. It feels like an Asian for the Western world.
Yes.
Whereas every other character, I suppose, even what's his name from Doctor Strange, the guy that
The woman with the shaved hair.
no, not her. She's not even Asian.
Yeah.
I
She was supposed
know.
to be
Wasn't
Asian,
that?
right?
Wasn't that the controversy?
That was another thing that was a little bit of like a
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, what? I mean, whatever. Okay, but like the dude that does
Yeah,
the
and
ring-
like
the
the big fella.
yeah, this I can't remember his
But
name.
he's like a fresh Asian. He's from Asia.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Shang-Chi, I haven't seen the movie. I don't know anything about it, but it feels like just because it's played by Simu, it feels like it's relevant, it's hip, it's like
Yep.
Asian American.
Yep.
What else has Sumu been in? I've never heard of him before. So what other movies has
He's
he been in?
he's played in series, like in a series
Yeah.
that was on Netflix. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There's an Asian show on Netflix. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
about
know.
a grocery store. Yeah, Kim's Convenience. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
good
done
on
like
him.
bits and
He
pieces
would
here
have
and
been
there.
like crying when he got that role.
Yeah.
I
But
think
he
it would have
started-
been a big deal.
He
Yeah.
started
That would
calling
be a
him.
massive deal.
He started calling Marvel out as soon as he caught wind of Shang-Chi.
Oh, really?
He was like on Twitter. He goes, "Yo, I'm your guy. I'm your guy." Like he immediately started putting it out there.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he know martial arts?
I mean,
He
don't know.
must, right?
He
to
must-
get that
well,
he
look-
must to get the role. Or he could train, I guess.
Look, at the end of the day, like I'm just assuming that he must have, you know, ticked all the right boxes for them to be like, okay, this is going to be our guy. And like what I was sort of saying before or last time was it's such and it was a good point that you raised, like saying, is this going to be, you know, what Black Panther did for Black people? I think with having Asian diversity on screen, it can be a little bit trickier and a little bit more nuanced because especially for like the older Asian generation, their ties and connections between other Asian countries are still very fragmented, you know. So it is a movie like this hopefully will speak to the younger generation in the sense that Asians that are in the younger demographic are happy to, you know, to obviously fuck with each other and just chill and shit.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, obviously there's a lot of still a lot of
Baggage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Look, Asians are not a monolith, obviously, right?
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
just like this term that they created to like
sure.
just group everywhere that kind of
Yeah.
look the same. You know, like you look at two countries like, you know, Vietnam and China, they live next to each other and they're like completely different.
Yep.
You know, like there are obviously lots of similarities, but you know, as far as lifestyle and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
it's different. And like they're like next to each other, and then like you go down the line, like Thailand,
Yep.
Cambodia, like they're
For sure.
very similar, but they're still very different. Like you can't just
yeah.
lump them all in. And then you know you go over to Japan and Korea.
Yep.
Oh,
Like-
so different.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, and then like the differences are exaggerated even more.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel it's definitely a much more layered
Yeah.
issue as far as representing Asians on screen. But I think hopefully it'll be a good step forward, you know, for anyone. Because like for the most part, just seeing an Asian superhero on screen, I'm sure will do wonders for any, you know, younger Asian kid growing up and trying to find their own heroes and whatnot. So I really hope the movie's good. I mean, even like Simu, like he had backlash from China, like saying that they were sort of like, this is not really what we feel represents an Asian male, Chinese male, from a country. So you know you can't, everyone, you know, you can't make everyone happy.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping they did a good job. Excuse me, and that we'll see a good movie at the end of the day. Yeah.
That'll be good.
You can't make everyone happy because there's so many Asians. There's just so many opinions.
There is. That's
That's
true.
it.
There's so many. Like when the Mulan movie, I liked it, but you didn't really like it.
Nah, look, I just thought it just lacked a lot of heart for me, like, you know, and like it. I mean, even like seeing the other, because I'm a big Disney fan, and even seeing like the other Disney remakes like Aladdin and the other one, Beauty and the Beast, like I feel they are very quickly rushed movies just because they already have a template. They can sort of bang something together and they will make money off it. So I think even those other two movies didn't, for me, do much. It was cool to see Will Smith as Genie. That was a cool novelty for me. But I think their remakes are just a little bit rushed and a bit safe by the numbers.
Definitely safe.
Yeah, but the Mulan movie, like I don't know, for me it lacked some kind of heart.
Yeah,
which is
but
you know
what I find difficult every time they make a movie with Asians in it, or a movie such as Mulan where it's majority Asian, but they're speaking English. To me, I find it a little bit pretentious, just because I grew up watching Hong Kong movies, so they're speaking. Do you know what I mean? Like series, like full martial arts fighting, amazing storylines, amazing actors, all in Chinese.
Yeah, sure, yeah. No,
and
I
I'll just
totally
read this
get
up.
you.
So when I see the same faces, but they're just speaking English, it's very hard for me to really believe, like, really
It takes you out of
invest
the
into
movie.
it.
Yeah.
Invest in it. Like it seems a little bit like ingenuous.
Yeah.
They're not really authentic.
But that's already
Yeah.
see like a process of just that already itself is an indication that, even growing up, we are used to seeing Asian cinema that was obviously, subtitled.
Yeah.
And there wasn't enough sort of push for Asian stories where there were English speaking Asians and there was many English speaking Asians, even back, in that period of Hollywood and any movies coming out. So I guess it's just breaking barriers and trying to, make it a norm, because that's what it needs to be eventually.
It's not a norm. That's what's going on.
But like the kids that are growing up now, let's say you're 6 years old, 8 years old, and you saw Mulan, and then you see Shang-Chi, and then like, oh, okay, well, Asian speaking English is like a normal thing on cinema on the big screen. So like they're already setting the standard, whereas we're used to a different standard.
Yeah.
Like we watch anime, right? And then like you watch anime that's dubbed. I'm like, what is this shit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. For real.
I want to
So
like not
true.
watch the action and read the subs.
It's
you know what I
so
mean?
true. I just want to like
Yeah, it's
pierce
just-
my ears sometimes.
Yeah,
Like, I don't.
because it's not authentic. It, like it doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't hark on that nostalgia.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, the worst is Jackie Chan movies dubbed in English.
With Jackie Chan speaking English,
No, that's
dubs his own shit. I was
Don't.
like, Jackie, just stick to the stunts, my man.
It's like, no, I will dub this.
You know, what is it? Rumble in the
I
Bronx?
will also
Is that-
sing the theme song.
was
Rumble
the-
in the Bronx, man.
That was done in. That was the one that
The
was done in
Valley.
Australia.
Diamonds?
In
Yeah, done in the Valley, yeah.
They're my sister's diamonds. Ah!
Damn. Excuse me. I haven't seen that movie in ages.
Yeah, that's a great
Rumble in the
movie.
Bronx was good. That was good. Like the dubbing was hilarious.
Yeah, like I think the biggest barrier I think that I see in most of media is as soon as Asians open their mouth and speak, it's like, oh, you have an opinion. Oh, I better shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Because it's so like the narrative. Let's get it out of the way. Like the narrative in the Western world is Asians are subservient.
Yep.
And they are the model minority. Like they just do as you say.
Yep.
We just do as you say. That's the narrative. That's been the narrative.
Yep. Yep.
And it's a deliberate
Yeah.
narrative.
Don't have an opinion. Don't be seen. Just do
Yeah.
what you do. Yeah.
Bring it back to the hip hop world that we're familiar with, right? Asians have been DJs forever. Asians have been b-boys forever. Asians like they have such a big part in hip hop culture since the beginning. But as soon as Jin the MC came out, everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
You
they were
can't
hating
rap."
it. Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. Like, are you saying we can't partake in black culture, or are you saying we can't actually just do the art of rap itself?
Yeah.
Because Jin was fucking murdering everybody
Yeah, bro.
on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're saying that we can't partake in black culture, then it's like, that's not right, because like he's doing it really well,
Yeah.
and like we've been part of hip hop culture for so long.
For sure.
So what are you saying? Like you saying we can't rap? Because that's not true, because he's killing everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you saying? Like you just don't want to hear us speak.
That's it. Well, that's weird because that whole moment, that whole period with Jin, like that was such a pivotal moment in the sense that there was no hidden agenda with that. There wasn't some like corporation or some company being like, I can't wait to get on this gimmick, because like it was just such an unheard of thing, in Asian, rapping. So
And it was-
there was no like strings or anything being pulled, like
It was completely merit based.
yeah, exactly.
completely
Yeah,
merit-based.
He killed it. Yeah,
But
Judged off his skills.
But didn't he end up he went and lived in China and made a
Yeah.
career in China? Because
He did.
in America it was kind of like, well, how do we think of this guy? How do we
He was
market
ahead of his
this
time.
guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He
was
was
definitely
well
ahead
ahead
of his
of his
time.
time.
That's
He was ahead
the
of his
that's
time.
that's
If-
the right. Yeah.
if
Yeah, they're
subtle Asian traits existed
Oh,
when he was like
oh, they would have loved
battling
it.
on 106 and
Yeah.
Park,
Sure, yeah.
he would be like the shit. Like he'd be running for president
Yeah.
and he'd probably win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but he was just ahead of his time. But we need those guys. We
Yeah.
need those people
For sure.
to be ahead of the time. Otherwise, nothing ever happens. So we need Mulan and we need Shang-Chi to be speaking English
Yeah.
on cinema.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing can
we
come
do.
after it.
We do.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to hold the
100%.
door open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
not
man.
just important just for like, people that are Asian or of Asian heritage to see these movies. It's important for other races to see these movies
Yes. Correct.
and it become a normalized thing,
Yeah.
where there is not like this disconnect, So
Yeah.
man, I'm
Yeah.
all for it. Like I'm really
Yeah.
keen to see how the movie's gonna turn out, and I'm excited. There's another Disney animated movie coming out. I think it's Maya and the Last Dragon or something like that.
Oh, really?
Aquafina's in it,
Oh, nice.
and
cool.
Kelly Chan, who was I can't remember her role, but she was in the Star Wars movies, and she got ripped
Oh,
apart
yeah, I
for
know her.
that.
Yeah.
Which
I
was
saw
a
that.
horrible situation, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But she
Um,
just reads lines. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't write the character.
Yeah, and that was that was a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe that whole thing happened. But that's a Disney movie, animated movie that's coming out soon, and that's
On animated.
it's
Aquafina, okay.
fully animated.
Nice.
And it's the whole premise is about something Last Dragon, yada yada yada, but it draws
Gotta
upon
be
They always have dragons, man.
Gotta have dragons.
I know what's up. It's gotta be
dragons in
good. It's gotta be
temples, man.
good.
Gotta have dragons.
But it's specifically the people that wrote it and the researchers that put the film and the aesthetics together specifically took notes from Southeastern Asian countries. So there's
Okay.
representation from Thailand, Indonesia,
Oh,
Vietnam,
yes.
Oh
and Laos in
wow,
there.
you know your
And
stuff,
they've just
David.
put it together.
Awesome.
So that's cool
Cool.
because it's cool to see a more Southeastern Asian
Nice.
representation.
You gunning for like the role of new correspondent or something?
Yeah,
bro?
what's up?
I got our Southeast
Trying
Asian
to get out
correspondent
there,
Dano
man.
over here.
I just want to meet Aquafina, man. Like she's a legend.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool, man, because I think Southeast Asians, again, getting lumped in as a whole of Asia, whereas like it's, I don't know, man, like,
No, they just assume you're Chinese straight off the bat.
yeah, like they do. For me, it's either Chinese or
Yeah.
Korean.
True.
I get
Yeah,
Chinese more
yeah,
than
yeah.
Korean
For
sometimes.
sure. I could definitely
Yeah. So like I'm a chameleon, bro. I can go
But-
anywhere.
Because I'm darker, they always think Filipino or Thai.
Or Canberra.
Yeah,
Or
I get
Cambodian.
Filipino a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
most
do
of the
ya?
time. Yeah.
I suppose there's a bunch of Eurasians in the
Philippines,
Philippines.
yeah.
I get Thai like it's strange. Like most of the time I'll get Filipino, like especially if it's in the middle of summer and like my skin tans like very quickly.
The island
But,
boy.
Yeah, that's it. But I get Thai sometimes. I guess like from other Asians, like they'll
Yeah.
normally pick it up
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
yeah.
You know.
That's the thing.
And then there's some people that are like, no, you're white. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
you're,
Yeah, okay.
you're half right.
yeah. It's like
I'll just give you that so I don't have to continue this
yeah,
conversation.
that's exactly what
I'm
it
here
is.
to educate you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. No, anyways, but yeah.
Yeah. I think Asians, you know how like we can tell like the different types of Asians?
Yeah.
Like it's this eye that we have. Like I feel like, cause like, you know, with like white people, they go like, I can't tell.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, because we've grown up
Yeah.
distinguishing between. But
Yeah.
then put me like, you know, like the waves of African immigration, right? I'm like, I can't tell.
Yeah.
Like which
Like
African.
Sudanese.
Yeah.
And, between Sudanese and
Yeah.
Nigerian,
Yeah.
I can't.
like
I don't
know.
Ethiopian stuff.
I
Yeah.
can't.
I'm starting to get better. I'm not gonna put it
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally stuff, but I'm getting
So
better.
you're totally, yeah.
I think I'm knowing
You
my,
make a
my
good
black people
point.
better.
Yeah, but like I'm just as ignorant. Like and it's not a willful ignorance. And
Yeah.
it's not a
And Middle Eastern as well.
yeah.
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 You know how we had the influx of like
Sure.
Syrian refugees and Iran. Yeah.
Lebanese.
Mm.
Like I don't know.
But even like some
It's
like I'm not sure how prominent it is in like Vietnam, but like in Thailand and like even Indonesia and even bigger cities like Hong Kong, like you can get such a diverse look of
Oh yeah.
Asians from that region. You know, like you get
Yeah.
people that
Yeah.
are from the north and from the south. You know, some people that are like
Yep.
black as hell. Like
Yeah.
you know, and you're like damn. And then you get people that are more towards the Chinese heritage or lineage, and you know, obviously lighter skin.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
You know, which is amazing. Like you know, when you see that in certain countries, like because people obviously have a lot of Westerners have a sort of determined look about how they think Asians look, but even within Asian countries, there can be such a
Yeah.
varied look.
Within Vietnam itself.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've tried to track like the migration routes like into Asia and like where like each sort of I guess I don't know like is it ethnicity or
Yeah.
whatever it is like that like which way they went
Right.
and then where they
So we all came from China, right? Is that?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like
I-
if you're gonna believe the out of Africa theory, like there's waves of
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
migration. They settled a
For
certain
sure.
for like in certain places, and
Well,
then
as far
they
as, like, the-
evolved, you know,
Yeah.
to a certain point, and then they sort of legged it and went somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
as far as like the Mongol,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I guess ethnicity. I
Yep.
think we all came from China.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
Might have to
well,
fact
the
check that.
lineage, Yeah. That's-
Yeah.
I can, when you guys like differentiate between the different Asian cultures, sometimes I rely on what plastic surgery they've had. Like
Like-
with the type
like how
of
good
plastic
it is
surgery
or how
trend.
bad it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Break this down because I don't know this. Right, I feel like this is a female perspective that you pay attention
Hey,
to.
David, you notice because you're like photographer, videographer. You're very into aesthetics. You'd notice it, right?
There's definitely like different like Asian countries
They like a particular
like
look.
like a particular look
Yeah.
and get and highlight different
Yes.
surgeries on their
Yeah.
face.
Really?
But yeah,
yeah, I think
yeah.
China likes really slim jawline and chin, like really taped down. Sometimes they use tape to tape it back.
Mm,
Yep, and really tall, and skinny nose bridge.
yep.
Koreans like the tear ducts, you know, the
Yeah.
little under your eyes, tear ducts and eyelids, eyelid surgery.
Yeah, that's big over there. Isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it
crazy.
is.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this
That's
fat
crazy,
thing,
like eyelid
you know,
surgery.
fat in your cheeks.
Yeah.
They don't like the puffy look, so they cut a hole inside your cheek and they take the fat
Whoa.
out. So then you look like, you know, when you're pouting, like
Yeah.
suck your lips in like fish.
You
Yeah.
look like anorexic.
So you look like you've got more like contour on your
Okay.
cheeks, like higher cheekbones, because the
Really?
fatty bits here are gone. Yeah, so that's like
It's like
Korean.
damn, just learn like makeup, like.
Yeah, that seems so extreme.
No, I mean,
Who are they doing it for? Like men? Because like if it's for men, I don't
I
know
think
this.
it's the Western. I think it's the Western influence and pressure. Like
Is
they
it?
like the Western aesthetics, like the bigger eyes, bright eyes.
sure.
You know, contour,
Oh yeah.
slim,
And all that,
kinda-
like, the-
It's
yeah.
that white
All the-
worship.
Well, I was gonna say like all like the paling products,
Yeah.
bleaching products
Yeah.
to make your skin lighter and stuff,
One thing that's trending at the moment, and it's gone over to America now from Thailand.
Oh.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a lip lift, but this is what it is. They cut a bit of flesh from under your nose. So they take out like a little cut, like maybe like 5 mil from your nose, under your nose, and they sew it up so your lip gets puckered up. So it pulls your lip up so it looks like you've had lip filler, but not. Yeah, they
So
cut a
can you
piece of
close
it
your
out.
mouth afterwards?
No, at first no.
Just
There's
all,
a
like,
gap. You can see your
Just
teeth.
toothy.
You can see your teeth, yeah, but it lifts your lip up. And now the older American women in America are doing it because you know as you
Ew.
age, your lip droops
Yeah,
down
yeah,
and you
yeah.
get
Well,
those
your whole
lines.
face generally droops.
Yeah, your lip
as you get
droops.
older,
So they
yeah.
cut it out and they sew it up, and you know what? It looks good, man.
Does it really?
Oh shit!
It
okay.
looks good on like a lot of people, but in Thailand, another thing that they're doing is they like thinner lips. So they actually
Right,
cut
yeah,
out.
that's because
They
you
like the
get
M-shaped
you get a lot of
lips.
big thick lips in Thailand.
Thailand, yes.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
So they've been cutting out the top lip. So they
My
like the
God.
thinner top lip. So they make it look like a mustache shape, you know, kind of like an M that
Yeah.
flares out.
Yeah.
And they fully sew it back up,
Oh,
and it's like
God.
really thin.
Nah,
sounds
fuck
so
that, man.
painful.
give me thick lips any day.
I find it
any
so
day of the week.
interesting.
You know, like,
I find it so interesting.
I like when like because to me it's more about like the swag of the person, like the confidence. Like the surgery stuff, okay, whatever. But you know, like it's like I don't know, like I don't think you can't perform surgery on confidence.
No.
Like you know, like
Not
there's a
yet.
certain swagger that you have, and it's like okay, like that gets my attention. Like all the surgery stuff to me is like a distraction. Like I look at that, I'm like, oh,
I'm just trying. I'm just thinking of it from a monetary point of view. Like that stuff ain't cheap. You know?
No,
like,
I
getting all
know.
that done.
And you
That'd
think
be-
especially people who don't have a lot of money, like, you know, when you think of Thailand, you don't think
Yeah.
of
Okay.
really
Of course,
wealth,
for
you
sure,
know?
100%.
Yeah, and obviously Thailand, they do a lot of breast implants.
They
and
do.
stuff
They
there.
do
yeah,
a
so
lot
they
of.
do a lot of that.
They do a lot of
there.
surgery stuff in Thailand for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, a lot of.
they'd be
people go
ninjas
there.
at it too. Like Koreans as well. They'd be like
Yeah, a lot of people
it's
go
like
to Korea
TVs,
just for
right?
it.
Yeah.
Other Asian countries, like Singaporeans, go to Korea just for surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they specialize in it. They just
Yeah.
do it so much that
Yeah, the
there's
turnover
so
is
much
Well, they got
huge.
they got the,
competition.
you know they got the they've like got the template, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
give me the
sure, yeah,
K-pop
yeah.
look, you know.
Yeah.
Give me that
Slide your
K-pop
face
look,
here and they put it-
then yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I blame
It's really
K-pop.
interesting.
Yeah, blame
Oh,
K-pop, man.
definitely.
K-pop.
Western culture and
But
K-pop.
what's up?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I still like BTS. So what's up?
So what wave of
Fun-time
K-pop
boys.
are we on?
I think we're
Like
up to our like
fourth
our.
or something?
You actually, I think you're right. We're actually up to our
Because I
fourth
saw a
wave.
meme.
Hmm.
What do
And
you
it
mean
was
by
like-
wave?
So there's been obviously, as far as like the Korean music, like South Korean music industry has been going on for a long, long time.
Yeah.
You know, a very long time. Obviously, well, not obviously. Some people might not know. But as far as like the next generation of sort of artists that are coming out, I think will
okay.
be now the fourth wave. So like.
Okay.
When you think of like the third wave, it's like BTS, Big Bang, that kind of thing. Second wave would have been like TVXQ, Shinhwa. First wave, Seotaji and Boys. This goes on, yada yada yada.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Because the industry's been around for so long, obviously.
It just seems like a little bit unethical, the industry.
The-
Hey,
well,
in some ways.
we've had
Lots of problems.
There's some
lots
things
of
coming
problems.
out.
Yeah, a lot of people, like a lot of like artists. I think over the last, even just 2 or 3 years, have committed suicide.
Yeah.
You know,
It's coming, and after the Me Too movement too, I think a
Yeah.
few Korean artists and actresses and stuff has come out and said, "Well, this is
yeah,
happened in the industry
Yeah.
on the down low."
It's the thing with like Asian culture, especially East Asian culture and some Southeast Asian cultures too, where it's very hierarchical. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't speak
Yeah, and hush,
up
hush.
against your elders because
For
they
sure.
know better. You know,
Yeah.
there's that
Authority.
hierarchy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
like
that's
this
instilled in
mad
most
respect for your
Asian-
authorities.
Asian
Yeah.
countries.
So
Yeah, for sure.
I think kids
And
are like,
sweeping problems under the carpet is also
yeah,
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
it's
a
denial.
thing. Yeah, massive.
100%
For sure.
denial. So like
And
for us
losing
here,
face.
it's like we obviously we grew up Western, so
Yeah.
we have that sort of, we sort of bite back a little bit.
Yeah,
Whereas
Only a
over
little
there,
bit,
the whole
yeah.
culture is like, it's so out of the norm to be able to speak up and
Mm.
speak out
for sure.
that anybody that does, you just gotta applaud them and you gotta support them.
Yeah.
because,
100%.
Like, it's over
yeah.
for them. Once
yeah.
they do that, it's like, unless everybody does it,
Mm.
if you're the only one, you're gonna like you're done.
Yeah.
But if everybody does it, then you force the industry to change.
For sure.
That's like that's when protest comes and like you need a movement. Like again, like the Me Too movement. If
For
like
sure.
if just 1 or 2 girls come out or guys come out,
Mm.
then it's they're cooked.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I guess that's one good thing about K-pop getting like super popular in the West and stuff is like, white people will like complain and like, talk about shit and their voices will be heard. So
Yeah.
if you're getting a lot of more white K-pop fans,
So
maybe they can
many.
change the industry a little bit.
Are
Yeah.
you suggesting that the K-pop artists weaponized the white people
I
voice?
think so, bro. Like this, if you're gonna do it,
fucking
like
brilliant.
that's how to do it. That's
not
how to
bad.
do it.
That's
I
not
think
a
that's a
bad-
good way. That's a good
So
way.
many. It's rising in popularity for sure in
For sure.
Australia,
100%.
America. Oh, mate,
So
they're loving
big.
it.
You can't deny it.
I feel like
it's
some of
big.
the Justin Bieber fans are now BTS fans.
Yeah.
They've jumped ship.
For sure, yeah.
Yep, definitely jumped ship.
Yeah, you can't mess with BTS.
Mm.
They're number one.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Look, K-pop is gonna live. Whether it's an industry,
Yeah.
For sure.
whether there's Me Too movements or not, it's just like any other establishment.
Mm.
It's gonna be there.
Mm.
But there will be changes. There needs to be
For sure.
changes, right?
Yeah.
Same as Hollywood.
100%.
You can't be going around abusing your power.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty obvious.
In any industry where creatives are involved, and there are a lot of creatives within the K-pop industry that aren't being manufactured through like the
Training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in any creative field. There's going to be people that are going to want to make change and rise up for music. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll get it covered eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's the way forward, man. If Kamala Harris can be
up?
president next year after Joe Biden just decides
I think
that
it's
he
so
doesn't-
good that she is because in the future she could definitely run herself.
Yeah.
Sure, for sure.
Absolutely.
Why
I
not?
think
Joe
it's so
Biden
good.
ran with
Obama, yeah.
Obama.
He
Mm.
was Obama's, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
So look, man, like that's just the way it's gonna be.
Mm.
Everybody's gonna step up and move forward,
Yes.
progress.
Yeah.
And speaking of moving forward, we're gonna wrap the show up.
Oh,
Good job, guys. Well done.
Thanks.
thank you.
We're gonna do this
We
again
got
next
through it.
week.
Are we?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a weekly thing. You're the like
Oh,
a
you
regular.
do. You signed on the
You
contract.
yeah,
it
man.
says.
I took you off ice. Don't make me put you back on ice. Okay?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Oh, here we go. Whatever.
All right.
Speak big now,
I got
mate.
nothing to do with it.
Big now, mate.
But thank you guys for tuning in, all three of yous. We really appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
We do.
Look, what do you got coming up, Dano?
So big week for East Mode.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a project between myself, Chong Ali,
Yeah.
Lewis, aka Mayhem and Conga,
Let's
and
go.
Swillow.
Okay.
So we're dropping our first official MV
Woo.
this Thursday.
Let's
go. Pretty keen.
With a video?
Yeah.
With a video, yep, that video is
MV stands for.
What
Yes.
is MV?
Music
Music
video.
video.
Yeah. So
I
that's
was about to say. I was thinking, but not asking.
no. Well, you know what? The more you ask, the more you know. So, so the music video is dropping on
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
Which is the 12th, I think you said before.
12th. It is
12th.
the 12th. So I'm very excited for that to happen. Other than that, just back on my grind and just getting some more music videos done for other lovely artists in Brisbane.
Cool,
But
you
yeah,
James.
man, just doing my
Chong
thing. What's up?
Do you do much photography? Or your main gig is just videos? You don't really
Well, see,
advertise the photo thing?
As far as like my confidence as in different like field sets, a videographer is what I would class myself as. But
Yeah.
I can take photos efficiently.
Yeah.
Shout out, Oiza Oya, done some photos.
Yeah,
for them,
yeah.
You know what's up.
Oh yeah, they're so good.
Oh, really?
And the
Oh.
model, and he's the model.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
photographer
Love it.
you don't
They
need to talk
killed
about
it.
that. You don't need to talk about
Killed
that
it.
part. But yeah,
Unbelievable, this guy.
but I do like. They're different fields, but I enjoy photography as
Yeah.
well. But more confident as a videographer.
David, love your modeling,
That's all
especially
good,
the
it's all good.
yeah bras stuff.
Shout out to Yebras.
Yeah, bros, for
Yeras.
sure. Yeah,
26
Yeah,
thousand
like
views
the
on
way you
YouTube.
styled yourself. Oh, love it.
Well,
Fucking love it.
thank you, T. Thank you.
Busy Home Cook, what do you got coming up aside from spying on other countries and like
Well-
influencing presidential elections?
I have nothing coming out. It's always going to be nothing.
There's a lot
What
of
do you-
shit happening in
Yeah,
Thailand.
boring
Can you go over
life.
there and test it out?
Let's sort out these
Just-
world affairs, will ya?
Just
What are you
trying
buying?
to get by work.
Are you
Just-
buying more succulents and stuff? Like buying more pots? Because you're always like on Facebook looking
I think
for like deals.
I think my cactus is dying. I'm very upset, so I
Oh,
won't
what?
tell you how much it was, but
Why is it dying?
it's
Is
gone all
it- is that 'cause
black.
it's raining?
no,
Too
no,
much
no,
rain?
no, no. I think it got bruised. I tried to search it
Stop
up, but
beating
it
it
was
up.
hard. Yeah. Huh?
So you gotta stop beating it up.
Beating up the cactus.
You must grow.
Because I
You
don't
think
know.
you can spike me?
It was so expensive too.
Oh shit!
And the rain was really annoying. I had to go in and out, covering all my plants for like.
Damn you, right?
Sounds like a liability.
But your viewers don't want to hear about my succulents.
Yeah, we do.
No, you gotta keep us updated. You
No,
gotta keep
you're
us
right.
updated.
No, you're absolutely right.
No, we gotta hear about. What about you, Mr. Chong Ali? What's up? What's happening?
I've got a music video coming out, which is we spoke about already.
What's up? Shout out, Q Films. Shout out, Kuya
Yo, I've
James.
got the video for Goodbye coming out,
Yep.
which we did for Kuya
Oh.
James.
Yep.
I saw
That's
it. I
coming
saw
out.
it.
Yep.
Really,
It's gonna
really
be-
loved
I'm
it.
so
You like it?
proud and so
Yes.
happy about that, man.
I love it.
Loved
I
it.
think I think everything about
Jackie
it, like
did
the
so
song.
good.
Yeah, shout out to
Jackie was
Jackie Quad.
amazing.
The lighting,
I really enjoyed
background.
working on that project and stuff.
That was amazing.
So
that was
good.
amazing. So that's coming out, I think, next week or the week after. We'll
Yep.
probably talk about it then.
Yeah.
But Wednesday, I'm hosting a panel for APRA MCOS,
Okay.
and I'm having a chat to Arridge and Jaguar Jones.
Oh, true, dope. Yeah,
so that's gonna be cool.
that's dope, man.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be good.
Nice.
It'll be good.
Hey, Arridge, man, what's up? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's my girl. She's cool. Arridge is cool.
No,
Yeah,
I'm excited
yeah,
to have a chat to them, and it's about songwriting too. So
That's
it's like
dope.
I'm not out of my element. You know what I mean?
That's
Like it's
dope.
just I can just nerd out on
Man,
songwriting.
respect. That's cool.
Is
and
it video or-
Jaguar Jones, I haven't met
Yeah,
her
the video.
personally, but like
It's
she's
videoing.
love her aesthetic, love
What?
her track.
Yes, you've done work with her.
Yeah, like briefly.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like briefly.
All right.
You know.
You two were the faces of Bris Asia.
yeah, I know, but like it was
Speaking of playing down your modeling career,
I reckon David, I'm
Hey,
telling you, I sign up to an
I'm just saying,
agency.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but that's so wait, so you're hosting a panel on
yeah, I'm just
Wednesday.
having a chat to them, like
Okay.
literally like this, exactly what I just did here.
Yeah. You know our
Nice.
launch party's on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
not-
man.
okay.
I know. I'm just we're also having a launch party on Wednesday
Is
night.
that-
for the-
You invite
Look, man,
just
look.
invite them over
Hey,
to the launch
Chong
party,
Ali
bro.
is a busy man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll float it out there.
Okay.
Like, are you guys down with Chong Ali specials?
Who wouldn't be?
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. That's dope. Cool.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be busy.
Wait, so how can we? Is that going to be a like a live thing? Is it on radio, or like how can we access that?
Do not know.
Nice, cool, sweet.
Did
Alright,
you
cool.
not notice he couldn't even do the audio?
No, I'm trying to be professional and supportive of like people
Yeah.
and trying to like plug their shit and stuff. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
they're gonna film it. I don't even know if it's live. I think they'll release it
Okay.
later.
Oh, like a pre-recorded
I think
thing.
so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But it's gonna be at the Tivoli
So it's like
Cool.
content
in
for
one of the
them.
rooms. I think so.
They're
I
building
don't know.
content.
I probably should know.
No.
But
Oh,
I
at the
don't.
Tivoli, that'd be cool.
Mm.
There's a room at the Tivoli. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a smaller room. It's not the actual
Mm.
big
Yeah.
Okay.
room, but there's a smaller room, which I think would be
Nice.
cool.
Cool.
I'm interested in just going there and having a look around, and I just want to get out there. You know, just
Yeah.
go out and talk to musicians.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
time to get out and about. You know,
I'm talking to
COVID
rappers all the
been fun.
time, bro. Like, I just want to go talk to some singers. And, you know, like, yeah, you do something different.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we're
Nice.
55
Sorry.
days COVID free,
Oh, it's fantastic.
so
go.
Good on
hopefully
us.
the economy starts rolling and
I just
you
want to
know,
play live
musicians-
shows, man.
Yeah,
I'm
musicians
I'm
can
stinging to play live.
Yeah.
start working.
Somebody book me.
Yeah. What's up?
Otherwise, I have to start putting on shows
Where
myself.
are the bookies at? Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm stinging to play live, man. I did a gig the other day at 2P.
Oh yeah, what's up? Yeah, that's right. That's right.
In
I
the
was like-
monkey
Yeah.
magic outfit.
I don't even want to use the footage. He sent me the footage. I don't want to use it because it looks stupid.
No, no. Well,
It looks like I don't want that out there.
I did have a look on his Instagram and I did see a video floating around on there of you on stage in the monkey magic outfit.
Don't like it.
Which is a great outfit.
Yeah,
It's
great
cool.
outfit.
Yeah.
Like it's shit for performance.
It did look a little bit Comic-Con-ish.
Yeah, I don't want that out there.
No, it's cool. It's cool. And
You can't
2P,
go
you know,
from yeah,
2P
bros
was
to-
spinning some facts and stuff.
Yeah, man, he did well. Like shout out to 2P for his album launch, man. But yeah, it was good though. I really missed it. I missed being in front of an audience and doing that stuff and breaking audiences. You know what I mean? Like when they're not familiar with your music.
You're breaking.
Yeah, when you
Breaking
break
their
them,
faces,
you know, like
yeah.
they're like, oh, this guy is good. Like you know,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you get
yeah.
that like, oh, okay, cool, I can get with this guy.
Yeah, I know. There's that initial like that pinpoint.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
yeah.
like, what's he gonna do? And then they go, oh, damn, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But so that was
Okay,
fun.
cool.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting week.
Yep.
And
Looking
let's
forward.
keep our eyes and ears out for interesting nom noms.
Yep.
I think that'll be the thing now.
Yep.
Nom noms.
I
Nom
only
nom.
like reality shows, so my nom noms
Yeah,
aren't
bring
going to
it
be
on.
interesting.
Bring it on.
Nah,
You can
nah.
you can educate us about the reality shows.
Yeah.
I have to show you that Cardi B video.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, what is the
It's
reason?
so good.
What
What
is
is
the
the
reason?
reason?
Sometimes I just randomly see stuff from her and like I can't help but not laugh because like she's just
She's so
she is funny.
she's out there.
Yeah, this show's gonna be whatever the hell it is. If you watch reality shows, that's what we do. If David plays games, we're talking about games. Whatever. That's what it is.
No,
We
I'm
wanna
trying
eat-
to find some time to play games.
We want to eat during the show and drink beer. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Alright,
it,
cool.
ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much for
David.
tuning in.
Thanks,
Thank you to
T.
my hosts, my co-host, Mr. Q Film Collective himself,
What's
Dano, and the world's most dangerous spy, the busy home cook. Make some noise.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
My name is Chong Ali. Peace.
Yes, sir.